today on 15 on 15.
For the first time ever, Aruba will reach 1 million stay-over tourists within 1 year. Plus, we'll tell you the worst drinks and foods to have right before you go to bed. And one of the organizers of the International Beach Tennis Tournament gives us detailed results from 2014's event. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Aruba is set to reach a very special tourism milestone. For the first time ever, the island will reach 1 millionth visitors within 1 year. During the days between December 15th and 19th, ATA, together with the Ministry of Tourism and Aruba Airport Authority, are anticipating to welcome the 1 millionth tourist. Only stay-over tourists who spend more than 24 hours on the island count for this goal. On the day where it is measured where the 1 millionth passenger traveled on, that specific plane will be welcomed by being watered down by the fire department. Balloons will be all over to alert the celebration to the passengers, and festivities will be organized at the airport as well. Prizes can also be expected. More than 1 million people chose Aruba as their vacation destination. That is certainly worthy of a celebration. Speaking of celebrations, lots of those will be happening as we close the year and open a new one. During this period, many local dishes will be made. One Aruban chef has transformed popular local holiday dishes in a new way to enjoy. This is part of the process in making the traditional local ham here. Chef Irvin Cruz's method of cooking incorporates the latest technology and most innovative techniques. Here he is smoking the ham with hickory smoke. This process takes 1 minute. This is just an example as to what Chef Cruz has done with the entire Christmas menu being served at the Kitchen Table restaurant. Irvin says family traditions has always taught him different ways to taste the same traditional holiday foods.
We chose the things from the menu to be traditional Christmas because we wanted the people to taste the Aruban Christmas dishes. And there are dishes also that I love when I go on Christmas. We go to visit different families or our own family, and for example, my grandma makes a very beautiful lamb soup. But the aunt of my wife, she makes also a very beautiful lamb soup. But they're the same soup, but totally different flavors. Or the paella, everywhere you go in Christmas, you will get paella. The ham on Aruba, everywhere you go, you get ham, different recipes. So we wanted to give you we wanted to present Christmas on 7 different dishes.
Chef Cruz explains the brainstorming process with his team while figuring out ways to modernize local dishes.
When we make the menu, we first think of the dish. For example, ham, traditional Christmas ham. What goes in a traditional Christmas ham? Goes pineapple, cherries, glaze, cloves. So we try to come with an idea how to bring that forward. For example, the ham, we brine it in a bath of salt, cloves, star anise, allspice. So all those flavors would marinate and penetrate into the ham.
Chef Cruz is not recreating the ham that people on the island usually eat during Christmas. Every ingredient and flavor you would normally find in the traditional Christmas ham will be found on this version. After all the holiday indulgence, perhaps you'll start a New Year's resolution to get fit. Well, CrossFit may be the workout for you. The mantra of CrossFit Muscles and Lungs is you can have results or excuses, not both.
Okay, CrossFit is going to be a new trend. Actually, it's gymnastic, a little bit of weightlifting, a little bit of cardio going on. So it's basically sport-specific training for elite performance. That's how we say. But it's going to be for everyone that wants to be living a better life and a healthier lifestyle. So you're going to be doing a little bit of Olympic lifting, a little bit of gymnastics, a little bit of conditioning, combining them together in one workout or in multiple workouts.
CrossFit taps into different forms of exercises.
So by doing that, you're going to be focused on your flexibility, on coordination, on strength, power, stamina. So you're going to be focused on everything a little bit. All right, the thing about CrossFit, it's not about specializing. It's about specializing and unspecializing. So you're gonna be a little bit good on everything. You're gonna be increasing your running is gonna be better, your lifting is gonna be better, your movement pattern is gonna be better. So you're gonna be learning how your body moves, and that's the fun about CrossFit. And CrossFit in general is everything.
Javier has firsthand witnessed people getting in tip-top shape with CrossFit.
Yes, CrossFit will get people into shape. And over here in Muscles and Lungs CrossFit, we've seen a lot of transformation. If you come by yourself, you're gonna be seeing, and people are gonna tell their own story. We're gonna have people that their transformation getting in shape was just get thinner, get better in shape, get a little bit more muscular. So depending on what your fitness goal is, CrossFit is for you.
And on that healthy note, we'll be right back. Stay with us. After the break, we have a preliminary celebration to Christmas with this ugly Christmas sweater. Thanks for staying tuned to 15 on 15. Eating right before bed is a recipe for gaining weight and sleeping poorly, but it can also seriously damage the tissue in your throat and esophagus. Experts recommend having supper no later than 3 hours before bed. Be aware that late-night snacking can have detrimental effects such as a condition called silent reflux, which causes sore throats, chronic coughs, and difficulty swallowing. There are certain drinks and food that, if consumed before bed, creates a greater chance for you to develop this condition. So first of all, avoid alcohol. Consuming alcohol relaxes the valves that connect the stomach and esophagus. Experts say if you have alcohol just before bed, you are asking for reflux. When it comes to sodas, it doesn't get much more acidic than that. In fact, sodas are actually more acidic than anything found in nature. The acid damages those same valves. Plus, carbonation increases stomach pressure. And when it comes to snacks before bed, try to avoid chocolate. Certain flavors of chocolate are high in fat, which comforts and relaxes the valves as well. Let's get into the holiday spirit for a second. Christmas sweaters are known to be ugly. Feast your eyes on the best ugly Christmas sweater. This video is created by a YouTube user. The plaid pullover sweater is not your regular ugly sweater. It boasts a working toy train set circling the lit-up Christmas tree. The sweater has a fully functional train set built into it. That's pretty impressive. Alongside the tracks are miniature snow-covered trees, detailed gingerbread houses, and of course, more lights. That's not it. The sweater can come in handy to serve drinks at holiday parties. You can even take the sweater outside to walk your dog, but beware, there are some dogs who don't like the noise the train set makes or the movement of the train set. Switching over to a different topic, if you ever wanted to meet a stranger for a quick cuddle, well, there is an app for that. Cuddle Bids, which was released for iOS on Monday, invites users of both genders to create a profile and set up cuddling dates for fun or for money. It's simple. If you decide to charge for spooning services, potential clients are invited to bid for time in your arms. If not, it is simply a way to meet new people who want to be held. Check this out.
She is your fantasy girl. It's up to you to make the first move. You want to experience that intense physical connection. You deserve her affection. You deserve her touch. You are a man and you want to feel like one. You want to cuddle.
Be aware, though, that the app doesn't run background checks on its members. Cuddle Bids recommends arranging the hows and whys of the date beforehand, and maybe even meeting for coffee first. Well, all that just sounds like a regular date to me. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Not everyone who traveled to the island for the beach tennis tournament plays. They simply come to enjoy the atmosphere. Last month, a one-week sporting event, which could have easily been confused with a mega party, took over Eagle Beach. Thousands of people crowded over at Eagle Beach for the beach tennis sport. We have one of the organizers to give us details on the results from this year's tournament. The 2014 Aruba International Beach Tennis Tournament was yet another success. It had a tremendous turnout, and Beach Tennis Aruba has only received positive feedbacks from the local and international participants.
It was really a success, and to be honest, everybody enjoyed it. We had over 1,000 participants, like we already said. With the youth players, we had 1,100 participants, so that makes it one of the biggest sporting events on the island. And for now, every feedback we get is that everybody wants to come back next year, and they want to bring their friends or the neighbor or the family or who cares. And then so we are already preparing for next year, to be honest.
It's not all about the players. People from all over the world who simply attend the sporting event actually plan a vacation around the beach tennis tournament just for the ambiance the event provides.
We had 600 players from outside, from which the biggest group was from Brazil, and especially the Brazilians came with a lot of guests. So they came with friends, they came with family, and they were just there every day enjoying. And we also have receiving telephone calls from people who are just passing by, tourists, Americans, and they're calling us, what are the dates for next year? Because we want to plan our trip around it. So that's also nice to hear, that a lot of people enjoyed it, even though they were not playing.
The tourists from the event who just left the island are already planning a return trip for next year. But an organized sporting event of this magnitude cannot begin and end flawlessly. Short says they are looking to acquire more experienced manpower on board. The event keeps growing, therefore professionals are needed.
And for next year, we are really deliberating, because we need to make a step now. We have to make it more professional. So we have to hire professional partners, basically, to make this event a success. So we already have the people from Holland who are very experienced in handling those big groups. But for example, waste management. Waste management is a very important part for us now, because the event grew too big. So there were just too many people. So at the same time, I'm talking about, look at this wonderful, the most beautiful beach in the world. At the same time, everybody's putting this trash on the beach. So we are polluting it. That's not right. So we have to have a team that can pick it up right away. It's that simple. So we have to, we're already talking, we're already calling to Salimar and maybe Eke Talk, we don't know yet. Who can help us with that? So next year we have every night the beach totally clean. The next day we have a new beach, for example.
That is all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.